inside? Let's go inside.
Alright, so we're going to look at getting started with these ring tools. It's a Hamlet, Sheffield, England, high-speed steel. So we'll just pull this out. Give you a nice close-up look. Came with some instructions here. Basically it goes through saying that the ring tools are designed for use in end grain mainly, so you always push into the center with end grain, so you're always pulling back with end grain, so the fibers are all lying on top of each other. So these are all the fibers, you cut through the fiber and the next one's holding it up. If you go this way on end grain, it's just going to tear it out and you're going to have a bad time. It's the same with face grain. Because the face grain is all sitting on top of each other, you want to push it all down rather than trying to lift it up. Otherwise it's just going to take big scoops. What else does the instructions say? And it goes through saying the tool should be held about 15 degrees back, maybe slightly more. And you have the tool rest, so you have the tool rest at the center line, and then you can, or slightly above, and then you can lean the tools down into the cut if you want. When you start your cut, you start slightly behind center, just to avoid that small little nipple that comes in there, and this is sort of showing you how to go about it. I don't know how well this comes up on the camera. But yeah, then this one's just going through showing you rubbing the bevel at all times. And then there's the sharpening. So when it comes to sharpening, you do need to hone the insides of these. I might have some B-roll of when I first got these. The edges on them were actually quite thick. The bottom wasn't too bad, but that top bevel, see, it's top of the tool, it's got the name there. It's what I consider the top. And I've got it nicely honed now on both of them. This is the 1/2 inch, this is the 1 inch. But yeah, I've got some little B-roll of me using a stone on the bench. Alright guys, so basically I've got it sharpened now. It took a while, quite a while, but I'll show you the sort of process that I went through. Just got a little groove here in this wood, just so it doesn't fall through the vise. So basically that cone, you throw it on the lathe, but I just put it in a drill here. Just goes in here, hones it. I do use a little bit of lubricant. And I went from, I think this was 320 grit to 600 and then to 1200, and that's the finest sandpaper I've got at the moment. So that was just the inside. And then after I did that bit where I had it in the jig over here, did all the edges, got it all sort of like a jig set up so I can sharpen this easier. Because all we really want to do is sharpen the edges you're using. So it's this one on the reverse and this side on the others. And just to keep it all nice and in line and square, I'm just set it up here. Clamp goes through the hole there, so I can actually just twist this and get this right. And all I've done is mark the sides like that, so I can come through with a stone. I'm just resting a stone on the wood so I don't wear the table. And I'm actually just using the edge. This is a 2 grit 400 1000. I'm just using the edge like that, just to find where it scratches without being sharp. It's the other side of being sharpened. Just like this. see, but there's quite a nice polish in there now. And for the angle, I've got a little angle block here that I've just cut on the bandsaw, and then I've just used a hand plane just to get the angle just right, so I can set this on the edge and it marries that the angle. So, if you can see there, marries up so you can. So all you, it's very simple to sharpen like this. All you gotta do is just move it around. And that's how I've been sharpening them. For the start at least, and then I'll probably just do it by hand, just 1 or 2 swipes. And I just went up to 3000 grit. Now I can just do these by hand. I can just, I don't know if I can show you, this over here. So when it comes to sharpening these things, once you got the inside honed, all you need to do is you place your tool on a stone. So we're just doing that, I think it's 60 degrees at back bevel. We're just doing that back bevel now, and all you do is you just drag and spin it up. Again, you find that bevel, and you just drag and rotate up. I've already sharpened these, so, and then the other face, you just come straight up. So the angled one, you need to come on an angle, and then you sort of you spin the handle like this, whereas the other way, with the other bevel, you come straight over the top of the stone. And you just need light pressure, you don't need much pressure. Once you've got all the main honing done at the start, that's all you should need. It did take quite a while to hone these, but now that they're sharp, it doesn't take much. This is a 3000 grit stone, water stone. Alright, I think that's enough of this at the bench. I think we'll go over and we'll make some shavings, and we'll show you how to go about it. Alright, so we're over here at the lathe. This is just a green piece of wood. I do recommend if you get one of these tools and you're new to using them, use a green piece of wood. It'll be a lot more forgiving than something dry and hard. So this is just some wet stuff that I found. And the other thing is to make sure that you hit the speed right down on your lathe as slow as it can go, or 500 RPMs. My one is the slowest setting is 500 RPM. So that's the sort of 2 main things. And the other thing is you have the tool rest pretty much straight on halfway, maybe slightly high. And then when you present the tool, you come in straight up. If you're using the flat face, the top side of the tool, you come in like that, and then what you do is you twist up to that 15 degrees and you just move that handle like this, and it will just start cutting. See that? Yeah, wasn't on center there, and it might be too high. But yeah, all you do, so it's like a skew. You start on the bevel, and then you keep going and going and going until you can feel it cutting. And then once you do that, you just keep that angle, and you can push through. And once you get the edges, you do have to do sort of a 90-degree movement to get that bevel. That bevel there needs to touch the wood the whole time. So as you come around the corner, that bevel needs to touch as you come. So you need to spin the tool 90 degrees, because that's what you're doing. You're starting like this, and you're starting straight on, and then you're doing a 90-degree corner basically. It is easier to go around the corner with the 60, because you're only doing this. You're not going right over the other side of the lathe. But that's why I've got the lathe swivel head out, mainly so I can show you guys, and I can get all the reach over the other side without the bedways in the way. So yeah, we'll just show you a cut, how I go about it. RPMs. Come with the tool straight up and down. Turn it 15 degrees. And just push through. And you do need to start off centre on the other side, so you don't get it pulling up. On a little high. So hopefully you guys got a good view of that. It leaves a very clean surface. That's the whole point of these tools basically, is for ingrain. So you have to do bugger all sanding afterwards. So you saw the angles as I was doing as I was coming out. You start off straight on when you come in, and by the time you get here, see how much angle you put on that tool? So you find that bevel, wherever it is, about there. And then you just keep coming right in that bevel all the way out. See that back bevel there? It might be easy to show you on the big one. Come it straight in, you find your angle, you come all the way out, all the way around. So you're moving almost 90 degrees to where you started. So you can get out of keeping that bevel on the same, so you keep that bevel rubbing the whole time. Because if you don't, it's basically just going to take a big unsupported cut out of there, and it's going to break the tool. See that like that? It just pulls it. I mean, I haven't really had a bad catch on this. I don't want to. You guys can probably see it easier on this bigger tool. I'll just keep using this. It's a bit of a small size for this big tool, but you can see it easier. So yeah, very nice surface, like I said before. And the area of where you're cutting is below center, and it's only the first, finger width below center. So you're only using that bit there on this side, and this bit on that side. Now, if you're able to do reverse on your lathe, we can go in reverse. You can use the other side. Because see, on this side you're using the bottom here, and if we flipped it, it's now the other side. So that's when you would sharpen the whole thing around. But my lathe doesn't go in reverse, so I only have to sharpen two sides. Alright, we'll do some more cutting now. So yeah, I don't know if you guys saw that, it's where it became jumpy. That's probably because I was pushing too fast, and the wood couldn't get out of the way fast enough, so it just goes up, So there is sort of a fine art with your feed speed. You need to cut this at the right rate. That's sort of why you turn slow, because if you go faster, you need to go whoosh really quick, and bad things can happen. But yeah, and the other thing, make sure your tool is sharp, very sharp. It's like a skewer, you want it to be as sharp as you can get it, pretty much. And yeah, for end grain, it's not bad, is it? All this. Normally for end grain hollowing, all you get is dust. Look down there. So yeah, one way to fix the jumping, if you do get a bit of a rattle in there, is you just need to take a small cut and go slowly, very slowly. guys, it's a pretty effective tool. Ring tool, eh? So yeah, I've had a few turnings with this, bit of fun. I made a couple of little boxes, done a lot of practicing as well. But yeah, I'm quite impressed with this tool actually. I might even do a bowl with it, I don't know, we'll see. So yeah, on face grains you actually want to push in. Like I said, you want to keep all those layers pushing down, and end grain you're pushing all those fibres out onto the side. So you don't want to get the sides too thin either, because you can just blow them out. But yeah, that's a very clean cut in there. I don't know if you guys can see that. There is no tear out. None. So yeah, let me guys know what you think. Do you guys have one of these? Have you used it? Have you broke it? I think they're quite popular in Europe, and one of the tuning clubs up north, I think it's quite popular because there's a demonstrator up there that's one of his main tools he uses, and that's where I saw it at the Expo, and I bought the tools and now I can use them. Thanks for watching guys, let me know what you think, and yeah, remember, keep it sharp.